Ghostlighting, the worst dating trend you haven't heard of yet. Modern dating. A magical world where you can meet your soulmate, your next best friend, or someone who vanishes into the digital void faster than you can say, double text. We've all heard of ghosting, right? That delightful experience where someone just disappears. Poof. No warning, no explanation. Just radio silence like you're an unpaid intern on the Titanic. But wait, what if they come back and make it your fault? That, my friends, is ghostlighting, the toxic love child of ghosting and gaslighting, and we need to talk about it. Let's unpack it together. It's easy, really. Ghostlighting 101. What it is and why it sucks. So what is ghostlighting? Well, ghosting is when someone stops responding to your messages, cancels dates with no explanation, and generally acts like you've been deleted from their SIM card. Gaslighting, on the other hand, is emotional manipulation where someone makes you question your reality. Like when you say, "Hey, didn't we have plans tonight?" And they reply, "You're just being dramatic. I never said that." Now, ghostlighting combines the two like a romantic horror movie crossover no one asked for. They ghost you. Then they come back and convince you that you're the problem. Cute, right? Red flag alert. Imagine this. You text someone you've been seeing, "Hey, are we still on for Saturday?" No reply. You wait, you wonder, you spiral. 3 weeks later, boom. They're back in your DMs like nothing happened. And when you ask what happened, they hit you with, "Well, I thought you weren't that into me." A plus gaslighting right there. They vanish on you, and now you're apologizing for being ghosted. Genius. What ghostlighting looks like IRL. Let's break it down. What does ghostlighting actually look like in the wild? Relationship psychologist Barbara Santini says ghostlighting is all about emotional withdrawal mixed with manipulation. The ghostlighter disappears, no closure, no context, then pops back up acting like you're the one who flaked. They might say things like, "I thought you didn't like me anymore." "You were acting distant." "You never texted first." Meanwhile, you've got a whole thread of double texts and polite check-ins that would make your therapist proud. You texting, "Hope you're okay, haven't heard from you in a bit." Them not replying. This isn't just a communication breakdown, it's a blame game. Except they wrote all the rules and you're losing. How to spot a ghostlighter. Let's look at some warning signs because knowledge is power, and we're not here to get emotionally gaslit by people who can't commit to dinner, let alone a conversation. 1. Emotional distance. Even when they do come back, it feels hollow, like, yes, their face is here, but their soul is on airplane mode. 2. Playing the victim. They've suddenly had a rough time, and you're being too intense for asking what happened. They're spinning the narrative like it's Shakespeare, except you're always the villain. 3. Selective memory loss. Oh, did we say we were exclusive? I don't remember that. Yeah, that's not forgetfulness, that's fiction. 4. Mixed signals. One day it's hearts and "I miss you." The next it's silence and a passive-aggressive Instagram story. You're not dating a person, you're decoding riddles. Why do people even do this? Now let's ask the big question. Why? According to dating experts like Jamie Johnston and Barbara Santini, ghostlighting is the result of our overconnected, undercommitted culture. In a world where you can swipe through 50 people before your coffee even cools, it's easy to see people as options instead of individuals. But that doesn't make it okay. Ghostlighting often comes from a fear of vulnerability. Instead of being honest, some people vanish. And when guilt kicks in or boredom strikes, they come back and rewrite the story to protect their ego. The result? You feel confused, insecure, and like you're the one who did something wrong. Nope, not your fault. Here's the truth bomb you didn't ask for but totally deserve. It's not you, it's them. Ghostlighting is an emotional defense mechanism dressed up as poor communication. It's about avoiding discomfort by flipping the script, usually onto your head. What to do if you're being ghostlighted? All right, say this is happening to you right now. What do you do? Here's your ghostlighter survival kit. Okay, so you've realized, I think I'm being ghostlighted. Step 1, don't panic. Step 2, let's walk through your ghostlighter survival guide. 1. Know your worth. Let's start with the golden rule of modern dating, and honestly, life. You are not defined by someone else's inability to show up for you. When someone ghostlights you, the temptation is to spiral into self-blame. Was I too needy? Did I text too much? Maybe I should have played it cooler. Stop. Breathe. That voice in your head? That's not you, it's the ghostlighting doing its dirty work. Their silence or manipulation doesn't mean you're unworthy of love. It means they didn't have the maturity or emotional capacity to treat you with basic respect. Think of yourself like a Fabergé egg. Rare, valuable, a little mysterious, and definitely not something you leave unread for 3 weeks and then gaslight about it later. Pro tip: start journaling or talking out loud what you actually brought to the table. This shifts your focus from why did they ghost me to why did I even want someone who treats people like this? 2. Call it out if you want. This one's optional, but oh, it's satisfying when done right. If the ghostlighter comes crawling back like nothing happened, you can choose to call them out calmly. This isn't about drama, it's about clarity. You might say something like, "When you disappeared without a word, it felt confusing and hurtful. I value communication, so I'm not okay pretending it didn't happen." Notice how that's honest, direct, and totally classy. No yelling, no emojis. Just vibes and emotional intelligence. Now, will they take accountability? Maybe, maybe not. But the point isn't to get them to change. It's to show yourself that you're someone who addresses problems, not avoids them. It's like putting emotional boundaries on display, and trust me, it looks amazing on you. 3. Set boundaries. Picture this. They text you, "Hey, stranger," like they didn't ghost you during a Mercury retrograde 3 months ago. You do not have to engage. Or if you do, you get to set the tone. Boundaries might sound like, "I'm not comfortable picking things up after how they ended. If we're going to talk again, I need transparency this time." Or just blocking them, which honestly says everything without saying anything. Boundaries aren't walls, they're filters. They don't shut people out, they protect your peace. Anyone who respects you will respect your boundaries. Anyone who doesn't is showing you exactly why you set them. And remember, if someone disrespects your boundaries the moment you create them, they were never going to respect your feelings long term. 4. Talk to people. Listen, ghostlighting can be disorienting. It messes with your sense of reality. That's why it's so important to get out of your own head and talk to someone. Phone a friend, vent to your cousin, journal and read it back. Or if things feel heavy, a therapist can help untangle the emotional knots and give you real tools to rebuild your confidence. Because here's the trap. Ghostlighters thrive on confusion, and clarity is your weapon. A friend might say, "Wait, they disappeared, then blamed you?" Boom. Sanity restored. Even posting anonymously in a support group can help. There's nothing like realizing, oh wow, other people have gone through this and survived. You're not alone. You're just in an unfortunate chapter of a book that gets way better later. 5. Block and bless. And finally, the nuclear option. The queen move. The emotional equivalent of dropping the mic and walking off stage. Block them. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't that petty? No, darling. That's self-preservation. Blocking isn't about revenge. It's about curating your space. You're not punishing them. You're protecting you from future confusion, false hope, or random 2 a.m. Hey texts that lead nowhere. Think of it like spring cleaning for your soul. Out with the old, in with the inner peace. If blocking isn't your thing, mute them. Archive the chat. Turn off notifications. Do whatever it takes to remove the emotional static. Because, honestly, they already ghosted you once. You don't need to give them a second chance to do it better. Pro tip: after you block, go do something empowering. Work out. Learn a TikTok dance. Watch an entire documentary about whales. Anything that reminds you that you are vibrant, intelligent, and way too interesting to be waiting on someone's reply. Because you're not too much, you're just too real for the wrong person. Look, ghostlighting is just one symptom of a bigger problem in modern dating: emotional laziness. We want connection without vulnerability, intimacy without responsibility, and when things get uncomfortable, we hit eject instead of engage. But here's the thing: real relationships require real communication. That means showing up, being honest, and respecting each other's time and energy. And if someone can't give you that, they don't deserve a front row seat in your life. You deserve someone who texts back, makes plans, and doesn't treat you like a Netflix subscription they forgot to cancel. Dating should be exciting, not confusing, respectful, not manipulative. And if anyone makes you question your worth, your memory, or your sanity, guess what? They're not your person. Final thoughts. So, to wrap it up, ghostlighting equals ghosting plus gaslighting. It's toxic, manipulative, and becoming more common. But the good news? Now you know the signs, you've got the tools, and you're not going to fall for it again. And if you already have, that's okay. We learn, we heal, we grow. Then we make better choices and better memes about our exes. Stay smart, stay kind, block often. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more psychology-powered life tips, and tell me in the comments, what's your worst ghosting story? No names, just vibes. Oh, and remember, in the age of swipes and situationships, self-respect is the real glow-up.